sure we're live here. All right, testing the mic here. Okay, mic is on. All right, I will be joining here in just a second here with you guys. All right. Okay. Okay, so we are jumping on here instead of our regular 3 o'clock video. We're just going to do a live stream here. I'll get as much info as I possibly can out of this. I'll try to pull anything that I can. Try to get every information all together for this live stream. So we'll see how long we go. But we do have a ton of things that we need to get to. There is just a lot going on here. Okay, so today we have had the winter storm that has been affecting us and affecting our area today in northeastern South Dakota, into North Dakota, and then into Minnesota. We've had widespread snow across North Dakota this morning into the afternoon. It does look like a lot of that snow that was up in North Dakota has fizzled out. There's still some remnants left near Bismarck, but overall that has subsided up there. Also out west, you guys are in the clear. Western and south central South Dakota, you guys are all in the clear there. Sioux Falls area, what are we looking at? Well, we just have a few light showers just west of Sioux Falls, and these showers are moving in an easterly direction. Now, it could get cold enough eventually here this evening. There's still a light shot for some possible snow flurries maybe. I did notice on my way to the studio, I saw a few very small light flurries out there. But it was hard to even see that. And as we put a loop here from last night into this morning, you can see all those rain showers this morning that came through. And then that kind of fizzled out, and then another round started to come through here. And as you can see there, it is moved into eastern South Dakota. Now you go up the line here, up north, you go Brookings, it's raining right now, but just west of Brookings we have this patch of snow here from, Madison up to Arlington, DeSmet, up to Watertown. And this area, there is an area shaded in blue, as you can see on your screen. That is a winter weather advisory. And let me read that off for you. It says snow, additional snow of 2 to 4 inches with winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. Plan on slippery road conditions. Widespread blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. Hazardous conditions could impact Tuesday evening commute. Gusty winds could also bring down tree branches. Snow again, and 50 mile per hour wind gusts. North central and northeastern South Dakota, and then also the southern part of Minnesota, and then also North Dakota and north central South Dakota is up in that area. So Mulbridge still under that winter weather advisory. And this is in effect until midnight tonight. So we still got quite a ways to go on this. We got 9 hours on this. And if you've been outside at all today, you know it's been cold and windy. That's been the story today. It has significantly dropped in temperatures, and we are very windy. It is pretty windy out there. And as you can see here, up to the north as we move up the line here, the main reason why we decided to go ahead and do this live they actually upgraded the winter storm warning up here in northeastern South Dakota. And also it does include, looks like Traverse County and Big Stone County in Minnesota. And they have upgraded those areas to a blizzard warning. And that area in white or gray, that is where we have the blizzard warning. So that actually does include Aberdeen, Sisseton, Webster, Waubay, Summit. It goes almost to Watertown, not quite. It goes to Millbank, Ortonville, Wheaton. All those areas are now in a blizzard warning. And let me read this off for you guys. So what can you expect? Well, blizzard conditions here. Expect snow between 4 and 6 inches. Additional snow accumulations there, 4 to 6 inches. Winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. So you have a combination of that much snow with that much wind, and you get blizzard conditions. And unfortunately, this is the first that we've had to deal with this year, this season. This is the first time that we've had to deal with blizzard conditions. I don't remember exactly when, but it was probably back in February, I would say. February or March was probably the last time we had to deal with this. So it has been a long time coming for this. We have not had this happen for quite some time. It says travel could be very difficult. Widespread blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. Obviously with a lot of strong winds, with the snow. Hazardous conditions will impact the Tuesday evening commute. And again, for Minnesota, Big Stone, Traverse counties, and for South Dakota, it is it's Brown County, Marshall, Day, Roberts, and Grant counties in northeastern South Dakota. And as you can see the radar picture, this is the current picture. Let's put a loop on it for you, and you could see where the snow is at. I mean, you're looking at the white and blue colors on your screen. That is where we have the snow going on here. Now, if we put a loop on this in the last couple of hours, you can see which direction it's been moving. It's moving, it's kind of swirling around that low pressure system. Low pressure is probably over the Marshall area right now, or close to that area. And it's the back side of this system, and that's where we have the snow. And that is continuing to push east. So Aberdeen, we are definitely concerned up there in that area for this blizzard activity up in the Aberdeen, Sisseton areas, northeast South Dakota, into west central Minnesota. So this is going to be, unfortunately, something we got to deal with today. Now, good news is, looks like by tomorrow, by late tonight into tomorrow, this system will clear out. So it's not going to be, a multi-day event. This is just for today. And but it is making quite the impact. And I will say the Brookings area will start to see some snow here very shortly. Brookings has been kind of skipping out on this activity. Well, now Brookings is starting to see that snow activity. So, and also Madison, even look at this. This is just in the last few minutes. Some snow showers just west of Sioux Falls now. You can see that transition there. It is now switching over to snow flurries with that wind. So even Sioux Falls area could see some light snow flurries. With that wind, though, it's pretty windy in Sioux Falls still. And so as a result of that, there could still be some blowing snow down here in southeastern South Dakota. That's another story there. Now, it's not heavy snow, thankfully, at least at this time. It's pretty light stuff, it looks like, heading towards Sioux Falls. And there's no advisors or anything like that. But still, you want to be paying attention to that and be careful. And we do have that winter storm warning that is also in effect here. I wanted to go ahead and read this off too. This is over into Minnesota. Winter storm warning, heavy snow and blowing snow expected. Total snow accumulations of 2 to 7 inches. Winds gusting as high as 45 miles per hour. It does say visibilities may drop below a fourth of a mile due to falling and blowing snow. Travel could be very difficult. Hazardous conditions will impact the Tuesday evening and Wednesday morning commutes. So as the storm moves to the east, by tomorrow morning, it's still going to be impacting Minnesota. So Minnesota will still be dealing with this tomorrow morning. And strong winds could cause extensive damage to trees and power lines. It says rain will turn to heavy snow. Well, we're already seeing that. We're already seeing that switch over to snow. Snowfall rates exceeding an inch per hour, and strong winds of 45 miles per hour may lead to blizzard conditions. So honestly, it would not shock me at all if Minnesota gets upgraded to a blizzard warning tonight at some point. So just be on the lookout for that. Potent storm system will move across the area today and tonight. Rain transitioning to snow. Well, we're already seeing that. From west to east, as the cold air arrives. This is the official statement from the National Weather Service. I know it might be hard to see on your screen, so I'm going to read it. Again, periods of heavy snow expected, rates around an inch per hour. Heaviest totals will be found across central Minnesota. And around 6 inches is expected, maybe even locally higher amounts. Winds will increase later today, and we're already seeing that. Actually, in the Sioux Falls area even, it is very breezy out there. I would say windy. It's pretty windy out there, even in Sioux Falls. It's our whole area, pretty widespread, strong wind gusts here. And winds, again, with the falling snow, could cause blizzard conditions with visibilities of a fourth of a mile or less, which that is blizzard weather. So, like I said, wouldn't surprise me at all if they upgrade this to a blizzard warning for our Minnesota audience. And again, this is in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So this goes through tomorrow morning in Minnesota, where we have the winter storm warning in red. This does include the Minneapolis area. It includes St. Cloud, Marshall, Granite Falls, Mankato. This whole, a good chunk of Minnesota, actually. Most of Minnesota. And how about the Minnesota radar? Well, there's some rain going on here in, central and southeastern Minnesota, the cities. This is all rain showers, and it is pretty widespread. But again, as they mentioned in that statement, this is all expected to turn to snow eventually. And we're already seeing that snow up north, Duluth area, up in those areas up here in northern Minnesota, where we're seeing that snow. And then even, Alexandria, these areas here in, western Minnesota, Brainerd down to Alexandria, already seeing that snow. So, again, we are continuing to monitor the latest here. Let's read this statement, too. There, it looks like there was they drew out a little circle here. Might not be able to read that. It's basically a mesoscale discussion of that area, and that as a result, they issued that blizzard warning because of it. I also want to mention they actually did issue a blizzard warning farther to the east, over by Duluth and over into Wisconsin. They did actually issue a blizzard warning over in that area. So I do want to mention that as well. And there's even winter weather headlines all the way in Montana and Idaho, too, all the way back over there, even out towards Washington, believe it or not. There's actually some winter weather advisories over in that area, so yeah, pretty crazy there. But for our area, this is our first winter storm event of the season. This is our first sneak peek at what's to come for winter. And so this is the latest that we have here. And unfortunately, these areas, if you're in these areas, you got to be paying attention to the weather the rest of the day. Okay, so let me read this off. So I got the mesoscale discussion here, which is this area: northeastern South Dakota, southeastern North Dakota, and west central Minnesota. It does say here potential for moderate to heavy snow, which we're already seeing that around 1 inch per hour. Snowfall expected to increase through the afternoon into the evening as the upper trough intensifies and the surface low deepens in the upper Midwest. It says if you must travel, there actually is no travel advisories. I'm going to get to that here in just a second too. It says if you must travel, use caution as this area has a potential of becoming dangerous with whiteout conditions, quick snowfall rates, and poor driving conditions. This area does have a no travel advisory in place, and the blizzard warning is also in place. So, yeah, northeastern South Dakota, unfortunately, is a mess at this point, and same with North Dakota and going to be Minnesota here. And so no travel advisory issued for I-29, according to SD and ND 511 websites, between Fargo and Watertown. This is due to poor road conditions caused by reduced visibility from the heavy snow and winds. So that is the latest there. Again, no travel advisory on I-29 from Fargo to Watertown. Another no travel advisory here in Roberts County. Snow has been falling for several hours, creating slushy roads and ice underneath. Multiple slide-ins have already been reported. Conditions are expected to worsen this afternoon and evening, with strong northwest winds causing blowing snow and reduced visibility. Roberts County is under a no travel advisory. Please avoid travel unless absolutely necessary and use extreme caution if you must be out. And that is the latest on that. Also, no travel advised in Dewey and Walworth counties as well. And no travel advised in Marshall and Roberts County as well. So I think Marshall County as well, included in that. And also travel not advised from US 212 from McLaughlin to Summit, South Dakota. So we're gonna, in just a second here, I'm gonna switch over to the road conditions map and take a look at some of these webcams and the road conditions and all that fun stuff here in just a second. Also, do want to mention in Spencer, Nebraska earlier, there was a wind gust of 72 miles per hour reported. Also in Wyoming, there was a report this morning of a 75 mile per hour wind gust. That was actually yesterday. But I did want to mention that it was very windy out west yesterday. 75 mile per hour wind gusts. That's non-severe, or that's not a thunderstorm wind gust. That is a non-thunderstorm wind gust. 75 miles per hour. That was yesterday at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That was out in Wyoming, near Sheridan, the Sheridan, Wyoming airport. And so that just gives you an idea of the strong winds that we've been seeing. And again, a 72 mile per hour wind gust earlier, about a couple hours ago. Actually, that was at 11:34 a.m. So that was a few hours ago in Spencer, Nebraska. That is not too far away from us. That is pretty wild there. And that was near Spencer, Nebraska. Mesonet of 72 miles per hour. So let me go ahead and switch over to the road conditions map, give you guys updates there on what we're seeing. First, I wanted to show you guys the latest, some of these pictures of the road conditions. And let me see if I can pull that up here. Just bear with me for a second. Yeah, some of these roads are not looking good up there, up north. And look at that. So this was earlier. This was a couple of hours ago, but it just gives you an idea of what we're looking at here for these road conditions. This was up in Waubay at 12:15 p.m. here a couple hours ago. So that is US 12. Wow, that's that highway that goes west from Summit to Aberdeen. And in between that area on that highway, I've been on that road many times, and that road looks very rough. And that was just a couple of hours ago. Can't imagine what it looks like now. And here's another one. This was near Trail City. This was actually this morning. I think that's out west. That's out more towards Mulbridge, that area. Looking at a couple of other photos here. This one is north of Agar on US Highway 83. This was taken at 12:25 and a couple hours ago, and that road looking rough as well. And here's another one, Lake City, South Dakota, Highway 10. Another picture taken at 12:25. So this was really as the event was kind of getting going. And here's another one. This is I-29 on near Sisseton at 12:30, so a couple hours ago. Yeah, these roads are not looking great. And that was a couple of hours ago. And how about Eureka? I mean, you can barely see that road. That road looks almost completely covered. So this is some serious stuff, guys. This is for real. This is a very serious situation up in this area. If to the point where these roads are covered in snow, and this is up again in Eureka. And this was a couple hours ago, and so let's see here. This is not updated. That was as of 12:15. There's that report that we got of that thunderstorm wind gust, 72 miles per hour. So let me go ahead now, and we're going to look at the DOT website, and we're going to get the latest there on that. Let me pull that up here, and just give me 1 second here. And we'll see what we can find here. Yeah, there's some pretty bad roads up north, northeast South Dakota. All right. And can't get the webcam up, unfortunately. Okay. So here's the DOT website, and this is publicly available info. You guys can go look at it yourselves. This is the SD.511 website here. Take a look at the road conditions. Let's go ahead and let's go south to north. I wanted to just show, how about Madison, South Dakota, for example? What are we looking at? Well, we are looking pretty solid there. I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about there yet, but it does say scattered ice/slippery roads are found here on these roads. Up near Madison, DeSmet, even Huron. Let's go up to the Huron area, and what are the roads looking like there? Well, the highway roads like that that's not bad. But there still could be some slick roads there, so be careful there. And then as we continue to go up north here, let's look at Watertown. What are we looking at? Watertown, not looking awful yet. It's not too bad, so that's good. Now, You continue to go up north, though, and I mean, really, you start to see it once you get a little bit north of Watertown. That's when you start to see this, even up towards Wallace, South Dakota. That road, not looking too bad. It's I've seen a lot worse. But if you go, basically, you go up to about Highway 20 and north. That's when it really starts to get really bad. Um, let's go out west a little bit. Let's look at Mulbridge, or kind of up near the Mulbridge area. So this is up near Selby, South Dakota. And as you can see, where the snow fell earlier this morning into the early afternoon, looks like the snow is covering the roads there. Those roads don't look great. And that's 3 o'clock, so that was 15 minutes ago. So these are pretty updated. And these roads are covered with some snow, and that is not a very good looking road. Now, here's your no travel advisories. Han County is the latest here. No travel advised in Han County. Taking a look near Miller. This is the highway road, and you can see the snow kind of covering that area. Those roads don't look great. And here's another one up near Miranda, South Dakota. And again, no travel advised in those areas up there in Han County. And then we have no travel advised in Dewey County. And as we take a look at the roads there, that's not a very great picture. The one out here, Timber Lake, doesn't look awful. Not great. And then we got Walworth County, no travel advised up here. And yeah, there's that road we looked at earlier. Now, we go to the east. What is Aberdeen looking like, or the Aberdeen area, I should say? It says from Aberdeen to Summit, that highway road, scattered drifting snow, numerous areas of packed snow, slippery, blowing snow, visibility near zero, and snow with no travel advised and reduced speed at the I-29 Summit. Visibility less than 1/8 of a mile, and that is not good at all. No travel advised, reduced speed. So yeah, these roads are not looking good up here. Let's see. This is up in the... Yeah, I mean, you can't even... That one you can't even see. And yeah, these roads are not looking great there. No travel advisory for Marshall and Day County, and then Roberts County. Actually, roads are completely closed in Roberts County. And yeah, a lot of these cameras are going to be covered in snow, so you're not going to be able to see it. If that gives you an idea. Yeah, all these cameras are covered in snow. That's kind of a bummer. So we won't be able to get a good view. Here's one. This is Sisseton. That's I-29, folks. Snow is... Yeah, this is kind of the worst of it right now. Up there in northeast South Dakota. That is I-29 up near Sisseton, and that is where we have all of the roads are closed. This road is closed off, and that's a good thing because that is not good at all. Those roads are not doing good right now. So that was 15 minutes ago. And so, yeah, no surprise there that those roads are closed. So as you can see, a lot of snow on those roads, and as a result, with the snow, no travel advised, and actually the roads are closed completely in Roberts County. So, and the air temperature is 26 degrees up there, and wind gusts of 45 miles per hour. And how about up near Lake City? Well, here's, these roads look no better. They do not look any better. And as you can see there, Lake City, South Dakota. Yeah, these roads are not good at all. And there you go. There's a close-up of those roads. And so we wanted to jump on here to show you guys these roads, as they are not looking good. Here's another one near Andover. That's that Highway 12. And my goodness, that's not good. And wow, that road is completely covered. Bristol, as of 2/23. And so yeah, these roads are not in good shape at all. They're not good at all. This is up near Waubay. So that is the latest there on the road conditions. Now, and some people are saying 6 inches of snow up there. Definitely would not surprise me. So that is the latest there on your road conditions. And curious to see what Aberdeen looks like. Let me see if I can find that. But it looks like Aberdeen actually might be about done with the snow. It looks like the edge of this snow is leaving Aberdeen. So it looks like Aberdeen is about done with the snow. It looks like it's kind of moving past the Aberdeen area. Let's see here. And I'm just trying to find a webcam here for Aberdeen. And I'll see if I can pull one up here. Might not be able to. Yeah, they're completely covered. Looks like one of them's covered in snow completely. So might not be able to. There's one here that I could see. One webcam behind the scenes. Yeah, these roads are not looking that good. And give me 1 second here. And so that is kind of the latest information here. And this, yeah, I would show this webcam. It is, all right. All right. Let's see. did I lose the group, the live? I'll even make sure we're still live here. Yes, looks like I can't really find an Aberdeen camera that doesn't have snow covered on it, so probably won't be able to show Aberdeen, unfortunately. But you get the idea. Northeastern South Dakota is a mess right now. There is a lot of snow, a lot of covered roads, and a lot of road issues. And I think this would be a good time to pull up the latest model run. Give you guys kind of a a futuristic outlook of this snowstorm. And if we play this out for you, see if I can get it to load here. And let's see here. Go. And I gotta adjust. Yeah, the wind is howling in Sioux Falls right now. There's some strong wind gusts going through Sioux Falls right now. All right, so let's take a look at the latest here. As you can see, we do have, this is kind of the current look right now of where we have the snow currently going on. There we go, switching models here. And so the rest of the day does look like Sioux Falls, again, getting in on some of this snow activity. There could be some snow flurries this afternoon and evening for Sioux Falls. The snow will continue to fall across eastern South Dakota into southeastern North Dakota into Minnesota. And this will continue overnight, and then eventually will continue over in Minnesota. So this is going to become a problem for Minnesota the rest of today into tonight into tomorrow morning. And then at that point, this system will clear out of our area. And then tomorrow looks like a calm day out there. We're not seeing anything tomorrow. There could be a few light rain flurry or snow flurries out here in far western South Dakota, maybe the Black Hills area. Other than that, we're looking at a high pressure over us, so we're going to be pretty dry and quiet there. And how about your Thanksgiving forecast? Well, it does look pretty good overall. We're not really seeing much there. If we switch over to the European model. And your Thanksgiving outlook. There you go. You have a high pressure that is going to be over our area. And as a result, we do not see anything on Thanksgiving. So that is good news. And then Friday, we're looking at another system coming in Thursday, basically Friday morning and into your day, Friday. That's going to be our next chance for any kind of precip, and it's going to be in the form of snow because it's going to be below freezing. And so we're looking at that here Friday. We're looking at another chance for snow across our area, and it looks like it will grow and become widespread snow across pretty much our entire region. South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, Wyoming, Montana, Colorado. This whole upper northern plains area is going to be snowy. So it's going to be, and again, things can still change, but this is the latest run on the European model. And even on Saturday, this lingers into Saturday across our region. And so that's going to be the next storm to watch, is going to be Friday into Saturday. And then we get a break on Sunday, and we'll see what happens next week. Monday looks dry as of now. Tuesday looks dry. Maybe another system coming in by next Wednesday. But that is 8 days out, and we're getting to that point where, at that point, that far out, take that with a grain of salt. So, again, we just have this one to deal with the rest of today into tonight, and then that will clear out, and then we'll watch for the next system to come in Friday and Saturday. And then maybe next week, maybe next Wednesday, could be something there. But that is the latest that we have there on the European model. How about temperatures? Well, we're looking at a pretty chilly and cold forecast ahead. If we run this out tonight, we are looking at temperatures mainly in the 20s across our region. Let's see. Let me figure out. Not sure what's going on. I can't get the mic to work. Sorry about that. The mic, for some reason, is having issues and won't show up for some reason. But just going to run through these temperatures here. And for tomorrow, looks like temperatures will remain in the 20s for most of our area. And then on Thanksgiving, well, looking at low 30s for Sioux Falls, 20s, teens and 20s up in northeastern South Dakota, 20s in Minnesota, and 20s in northern Iowa, 30s out west. And then on Friday, with that snow coming in, we're going to drop back into the 20s for most of us here, mid-20s for Sioux Falls. And then for your weekend outlook, we're looking at temperatures in the teens and 20s on Saturday. And then overnight temperatures into Sunday morning. Look at that. Some temperatures single digits, even around 0, even some temperatures below 0. And then on Sunday, we're looking at temperatures in the single digits here in some spots up near Watertown, maybe up near near Mobridge, Brookings, into Minnesota. Teens for everyone else. And so we're looking at that, that Arctic blast that we were talking about all week last week. And it's looking like it's going to happen. So looks like it's going to arrive this weekend, starting this weekend, and then lasting into next week even. With temps next week into the single digits and teens once again. And then on Tuesday, teens and 20s again. And then by Wednesday, once again, single digits and teens for highs for most of our area here. Sioux Falls in the teens, Aberdeen in the teens, near 0 up by Sisseton. And we'll see what happens after that. Things could change rather quickly. At some point, we'll mellow out. I think we'll kind of even things out and go back to probably 30s and 40s. But when that happens, I'm not sure yet. It's hard to say because these model runs really they only go out about a week usually of accuracy. After a week, it really gets fuzzy there. So bottom line is we're looking at a big time cool down coming. That's already basically starting today and is just going to continue for this foreseeable future. We're looking at much colder temperatures, and it's just going to continue to get colder as we get through this weekend into next week. Looks to be much colder. And looks like we are entering winter mode. Winter is here, I think, and it might be here to stay now. So let's run through this again. wanted to, for those of you that are just joining, we went live here earlier because we have some breaking weather. We have our winter weather going on here. We got our blizzard warning, and as a result, we are live here. So, winter weather advisory in blue. Let me take the radar off here for a minute. So, once again, we have the alerts here, the winter weather advisory for North Dakota into north central, northeastern South Dakota, Mulbridge, Redfield, Watertown, Huron, Brookings, Madison, all included there, and then into south central Minnesota, Worthington, Fairmont, Albert Lee, Rochester, all into that winter weather advisory. And then we have the area in red in southeastern North Dakota into Minnesota, a large chunk of Minnesota. Majority of the state is in the winter storm warning. Minneapolis area, St. Cloud, Marshall, Mankato, winter storm warning. And that is in effect here, once again, in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow for 2 to 7 inches of snow, locally higher amounts possible. Wouldn't surprise me at all if we get anywhere from 8 to 10 inches in some of these spots here in central Minnesota. And then we have the blizzard warning that is in effect here for Traverse, Big Stone counties in Minnesota, and for Brown, Marshall, Day, Roberts, Grant counties in South Dakota. Again, the blizzard warning in effect here until 7 p.m. this evening. We'll see if it gets extended or not. We'll see how long. We'll see if they extend that at all. They might not. It just depends on how everything shapes out. They did up the wind a little bit. It was 45 miles per hour. Now they're saying winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. Let's see. Okay, so it actually varies county to county. So Brown County is in effect until 7 p.m. for the blizzard warning. And then for, looks like for Day County, it's in effect until 9 p.m. this evening. So it goes by county. And Marshall and Roberts County until midnight tonight. And snow between 4 and 7 inches, winds gusting as high as 50 miles per hour. And then into Minnesota, also until midnight tonight for Big Stone and Traverse counties. And so that is the latest there. Reading the blizzard warnings again. Travel will be very difficult, impacting the Tuesday evening commute. Strong winds and accumulating snow 4 to 7 inches, winds as high as 50 miles per hour. Travel could be very difficult. Widespread blowing snow. We've already seen reports of visibility under 1/8 of a mile, or 1/8 of a mile. That is not good. So that's kind of your latest view there. And if we put a loop on it, once again, the radar picture moving in an easterly direction. And so we are looking at this the rest of the evening into the overnight hours. This is going to be impacting eastern South Dakota into Minnesota. Now, here's another thing I wanted to go ahead and show here. I'm going to look at the wind gust map because we have some very strong winds. Look at some of these raw numbers here. Actually, let's see here. Let's go to the HRRR. This is kind of the current view there, anywhere from that 30 to 50 mile per hour range for these wind gusts. South Dakota, Nebraska, western Iowa, western Minnesota, North Dakota. Look at some of these wind gusts down towards Sioux City, even 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. And 50 mile per hour winds are going to be possible here this evening in Sioux Falls. So, these wind gusts are only going to get stronger for this evening before they finally. I mean, look at this. This is tonight, probably around 8 to 10 p.m. We're looking at wind gusts in that 50 to 60 mile per hour range, and all the way from Sisseton all the way down to Marshall and Sioux Falls, Sioux City, and that 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gust range. That is extremely strong non-thunderstorm wind gusts. 58 miles per hour, that is your severe thunderstorm wind gusts, and that's your criteria for that. And so these wind gusts are going to be very strong. And by tomorrow, they will start to die down as we go through tomorrow. So that's good news. But it's going to be the rest of today into tomorrow morning. These wind gusts are going to be very strong. Let's see if we have any new updates, and then I might jump off here. And yeah, basically starting at around 5 to 6 p.m. wind gusts of 60 miles per hour will be possible in eastern South Dakota. So yeah, this is a pretty potent storm, guys. This is serious stuff. This is a pretty strong winter storm, and wow, we have some wild picture and video here. Let me go ahead and show this. Let's see if I can pull this up here. Let's see here. This is a picture that was shared to our Facebook page from Jeremy. Look at this. This is up by Watertown. And yeah, that does not look pretty at all. And there's some video. Let me see if I can move that here. Yeah, look at this. This is not good. I mean, those are some serious road conditions. Yeah, that is extremely dangerous roads to be driving in. Hopefully you guys are being safe out there. That is not good at all. Those are extremely dangerous roads to be driving on. So this gives you an idea of what it looks like up in northeastern South Dakota this afternoon with this snow activity. So this is, some serious stuff going on across northeastern South Dakota. And again, yeah, this is sent in from Jeremy up near the Watertown area. Not good at all. That is some dangerous road conditions. Can barely see in front of them, and the snow-covered roads. That is some dangerous stuff. Thank you for sharing that to our Facebook page. Again, that is dangerous. I can't stress that enough. With the wind, the blowing snow, the roads, how bad it is. That is about as bad as it gets. I mean, I've seen worse, but not a whole lot. That is very rough road conditions. So that just gives you an idea of what we're looking at in northeastern South Dakota. It gives you a good idea of what the roads look like right now up there in that area. So yeah, very rough weather indeed. So some things you can do. Let me see if I can find that picture that we had before. This was from this morning and doesn't include that blizzard warning. Let's see here. Here we go. So this was the driving in the snow here. Obviously slow down. That's first and foremost. You want to be driving at a safe speed. You want to be making sure you're driving slow, being very cautious, and especially, cars around you, if there's cars behind you or in front of you. And, obviously both hands on the wheel. Make sure your windows are cleared. That's obviously very important as well. Turn on the headlights. Make sure your headlights are on. And, some safety precautions too. You can have some food, carry some food and water with you in your vehicle, a blanket or multiple blankets, a winter coat, snow pants, boots, hat, stocking hats, gloves. Have those in your vehicle if you must be driving, if you have to be driving out in this stuff. Four-wheel drive is obviously a key part too. If you don't have four-wheel drive, it's going to make it that much more difficult. And, there's some things that you can do to help with driving in the snow. But again, there's no travel advised up in these areas where we have this snowstorm. So I wanted to just give you guys that information too, as we enter winter season and dealing with our first snowfall and our first, not first snowfall, but our first snowstorm of the year, of the season. Give you guys a good idea. So we've been live here for about an hour, covering the latest on the winter storm across eastern and northeastern South Dakota into Minnesota and North Dakota. So I think what we're going to do here, I think we're going to jump off for now. And again, we'll continue to monitor the latest for you. We'll give you guys updates all over social media. Be watching, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and of course the YouTube channel. We're live as well. And so we've been live for about an hour, so giving you guys the latest information. I think that's all that I had. I don't think I had anything else. I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to go over with you guys. So we just wanted to go live instead of just a regular video to give you guys the latest winter weather updates and give you guys the latest information that we have. And so, again, just please be safe out there. It is dangerous out there. This is not a joke. This is serious stuff up in northeastern South Dakota, southeastern North Dakota, and into Minnesota. As we have widespread snow causing road issues, causing driving issues, no travel advisories in counties in South Dakota. And there's probably going to be many more to follow suit. Especially in Minnesota. I think Minnesota is going to get hit pretty hard later today, tonight, tomorrow. So if you're in Minnesota, our Minnesota audience, you guys need to be paying attention to this. Be careful. Be following the latest information out there. And the snow will continue to fall across eastern South Dakota. One more look at Sioux Falls for our Sioux Falls audience. Mainly just some rain showers currently. There's not a lot going on, just some light rain showers there. So it looks like that snow kind of switched back over to rain. We're kind of right about that temperature. Actually, that is one thing I can go over. That was one thing I forgot to go over. Real quick here, let's go over these temperatures. And we'll go ahead and jump off. Right now we got 34 in Sioux Falls. So like I said, we're right around that freezing mark. That's kind of that cutoff for rain or snow. We got 28 in Brookings, 28 in Watertown, 28 in Aberdeen, 28 in Sisseton. So they're all kind of the same temperature out here with the snow. 30 in Pierre, 36 out in Rapid City, 39 in North Platte, Nebraska, 34 in Valentine. We got 39 in Norfolk, 43 in Grand Island, 46 in Omaha. It's warmer down in Iowa. We got 46 in Waterloo, 45 in Des Moines, 37 in Spencer, 52 in Davenport and Cedar Rapids. Up in Minnesota, we actually got 45 in Rochester. We got 39 in Fairmont, 46 in the cities. That's where we got the rain. And it'll eventually switch over. And 39 in St. Cloud, 34 in Duluth. So mainly in the 20s and 30s. So that is going to do it here for this live stream. I hope you guys did enjoy, and hopefully you guys found some valuable information out of this. Hopefully you guys are letting your folks know if any of you guys are in these areas with the winter weather headlines, or if you know anybody in these areas, please be weather aware, letting them know, taking the necessary precautions later today, this evening, as this is a dangerous situation for everyone involved here with this snow. So we will continue to provide you guys updates as we get them. We'd like to thank each and every one of you guys for watching, and please stay safe out there. And thank you guys for watching. For everyone at T Storm Chasers, I am Riley.